My beloved child, stop. Stop right there. Do not scroll past this. Your eyes landing on this message is no accident. This is a divine arrangement, a sacred appointment that you cannot afford to postpone. Before we go any deeper, I want you to understand what this message will unlock in you if you stay until the end. When you reach the final words, you will see the higher truth behind why the comparison trap quietly drains your joy and even your provision, why the closed doors you mourn were actually my acts of severe divine protection, how your anxiety has been unknowingly giving power to the invisible thief, and the prophetic declaration you must make to break the repeating cycle of fear and step into a new level of peace. This is not passive listening. This is participation in your own transformation. Stay until the final seal is spoken over you. I see your trembling, the weariness that has settled deep into your very bones, the fear that has tried to master you, and strip away your peace little by little as you attempt to shoulder every burden, every responsibility, every anxiety on your own. You are tearing yourself apart from the inside out. I implore you, listen. I implore you, let go. Allow me to lift this pain, if only for a moment. This part, my precious child, might feel like a lengthy spiritual checkup, an examination of the deepest recesses of your heart. But it serves one singular holy purpose. Just as you must acknowledge you are sick or injured before a doctor can prescribe the right medicine, you must first honestly look at the depth of your ailment before you can receive the proper healing balm. I do not do this to condemn you. I do this to love you. I am gently helping you see the wounds that are festering within your soul, the burdens and anxieties you have carried for so long that you no longer notice their terrible presence. Together, we will look truthfully at where it hurts, not to shame you, but so that I can give you my healing prescription. That is why I need you to listen carefully and patiently until the very last breath of this message. What I am about to speak over you will become a healing balm for what is broken right now and an unbreakable shield for your future. A sharp wisdom you carry in your own hands so you never collapse into that same old ailment again. Stay until I place my final seal upon you. You have chosen to listen to me. This is the first sign of divine surrender. Immediately like this video and subscribe to this channel to solidify this covenant of peace. This is an act of faith. Now that you have chosen to stay and listen, we begin the examination I told you about. The transformation I promised does not start in some distant future. It begins right here by naming what has been slowly draining the life out of you. Before I can pour peace into you, we must first acknowledge the places where your soul has been bleeding. You are not just tired. Your spirit has been running on empty for far too long. You have tried to be strong, to keep functioning, to keep smiling. But deep inside, you know something has been cracked, strained, and stretched beyond what is humanly sustainable. This is more than a bad week or a stressful season. This is the weariness of a soul that has carried too much for too long without true rest. I know you have been fighting this battle alone for what feels like an eternity, enduring in silence, swallowing your tears and pretending you are fine, while invisible burdens bend your spirit under the crushing weight of responsibilities in a world that demands more than you can possibly give. The fatigue you feel is not merely physical. It is the weariness of a warrior's soul that has fought countless battles without allowing itself true rest. You have mistaken constant effort for constant progress, and now your spirit is depleted. You are running on empty, but you fear that stopping will mean falling behind, so you force your aching soul onward. I understand those long nights when sleep evades you, when you toss and turn, because your mind simply refuses to shut down, running a relentless race of worry and hypothetical scenarios. Your thoughts are like a broken record replaying past mistakes and scripting future disasters that I promise you will likely never materialize. This mental chaos has stolen the sanctity of your rest. You lie there craving silence, begging for peace, yet the noise within your own head is deafening. I see the physical tension in your body, the result of this endless internal alarm. Your shoulders are heavy, weighed down by concerns that are not yours to carry. Your head aches, throbbing with the sheer volume of your anxieties. Your stomach is coiled tight, a knot of invisible fear and apprehension that never truly loosens. You are constantly breathing in shallow, hurried gasps, trying desperately to find an anchor, a shred of comfort that this turbulent world simply cannot provide. This exhaustion, my child, is not just about needing a nap or a vacation. It is the deep, profound weariness of a soul that has forgotten how to surrender. You have become so accustomed to being in control, to manipulating outcomes, to constantly planning 3 steps ahead, that you have forgotten the immense relief of simply letting go. Your body is screaming for relief, signaling to you through these physical manifestations, the aches, the tension, the sleeplessness, that it cannot sustain this pace. You are a vessel of great purpose designed to carry my light, but you are currently overflowing with stress and emptiness, a confusing mix of being overworked and spiritually undernourished. I am here now to tell you that this struggle must end. You must learn to release the reins you cling to so tightly for the power to heal and restore you. Rests not in your effort, but in your stillness. You repeatedly inhale deeply, trying to gather strength, and exhale slowly, attempting to find a moment of solace. But the comfort you seek is external, fleeting, and temporary. The true eternal solace is found only when you cease your striving and allow my presence to fill the void. This overwhelming physical and spiritual fatigue is a sign, a loud, unmistakable signal that you are operating outside of my divine flow. I desire for you to be restful and strong, not stressed and depleted. I want you to trade your anxious energy for my divine peace. Acknowledge this exhaustion now, not with guilt or shame, but with the realization that you have earned a profound rest. I see your resilience, your fight, your sheer will to keep going, and I honor it. But now I call you to a different kind of strength, the power of complete and utter surrender. Place the weight of your unrest upon me. Let me restore the vitality that worry has stolen. You are my child, and you were never meant to carry this much alone. You feel as if you are standing alone against an insurmountable storm. My child, battling monumental forces that no one else can see or comprehend. You feel profoundly lonely, even when surrounded by people, family, friends, colleagues, a deep, chilling isolation in the midst of the crowd. This is because you feel nobody truly understands the immense weight in your heart and the complex tapestry of stress and unspoken sadness that you carry daily. They only see the carefully constructed facade, the forced smile you wear to reassure them. But they never glimpse the silent, often hidden tears that fall when you are finally alone, shielded from their judgment and superficial observation. They are focused on your outward performance, blind to your inner pain. I see the wounds of betrayal, the sharp, unexpected stabs in the back from those you trusted most, the very people you poured your kindness and loyalty into. Your goodness, your pure heart, has been repeatedly taken advantage of, used up, and discarded. You feel depleted, drained of energy by those who operate only in a cycle of taking, never reciprocating, never truly giving back the nourishment you need. You feel you were too kind, too generous, too willing to see the best in others, and this very virtue has left you vulnerable and wounded. You look around and sense that you are fundamentally different, an anomaly in this world, carrying a perspective and a depth of spirit that sets you apart, creating a chasm between you and others that feels impossible to bridge. This feeling of being fundamentally misunderstood is a heavy cloak you wear, one that reinforces the belief that you must face the world's challenges entirely on your own. This sense of fighting the world solo is not an illusion, my darling. Your spirit is indeed unique, and those with ordinary concerns cannot grasp the altitude at which your soul operates. But listen closely, you are not truly alone. I am here. Your isolation is self-imposed, a defensive wall you built to protect yourself from further injury, yet that same wall is now trapping you in solitude. The pain of being drained and betrayed is real, but it is a sign of your immense capacity to give, not a flaw to be corrected. Now I ask you to acknowledge this pain, to stop pretending for the world that everything is fine when your spirit is screaming for comfort. Come now, my beloved child. Place your hand upon your heart and take a deep, slow breath. You no longer need to hide this or wear a mask that says you are fine when you are not. I am not moved by your performance. I am moved by your honesty. This hollow ache of being unseen and unsupported, I have noticed every part of it. I see both the pain you carry and the beauty of your heart, even when others overlooked you, took you for granted, or treated your sacrifice as something disposable. Your longing for real connection is not a flaw. It reflects my own nature within you. The problem was never that you loved too deeply, but that some people mishandled the treasure of your heart and were not capable of honoring your depth. I am here to heal this wound and remind you that your worth has never depended on anyone's ability to recognize it. Allow me now to step into this loneliness and fill it with my presence and fullness. Why, my child? Do you constantly compare your unique path to the path of others? In doing so, you are committing a silent offense against my craftsmanship. You are insulting the perfection of my creative plan for your life. You look at the fleeting successes of others, the simulated joys, the perfectly curated, edited photographs on social media, and you measure your authentic, messy, deeply meaningful journey against their superficial, two-dimensional highlights reel. You compare your life to illusions, and in doing so, you willingly plunge yourself into a pit of self-doubt, sadness, and needless despair. You are judging your entire life's volume by someone else's carefully selected single page. You ask yourself, why can they achieve that effortlessly while I struggle so intensely? Why are they seemingly blessed with ease while I continuously encounter obstacles and difficulties? You do not comprehend this fundamental truth. Every soul has a different divine timing, a unique season in which they are meant to blossom. You are wasting precious, irrecoverable energy looking over the fence at your neighbor's field, lamenting the speed and appearance of their harvest, instead of diligently watering and nurturing the specific unique seeds I have planted in your own soil. This act of comparison is a form of spiritual self-sabotage. It is the quickest way to block the inflow of the blessings I have specifically reserved for you. Right now, let us interrupt this cycle. Take a moment and with spiritual honesty declare, "My timing is divine," in the comments right now. This declaration instantly cuts the wire of envy and opens the channel for my reserved abundance. When you compare, you are essentially saying, "God, I think your plan for me is inferior. I wish I had the life you gave them." This thought process immediately shifts your focus away from gratitude, away from the gifts you already possess, and onto a scarcity mindset fueled by envy and lack. The comparison trap is designed by the adversary to make you feel perpetually behind, perpetually inadequate, and perpetually unhappy, thereby stealing your peace. It makes you overlook the miracles that happen daily in your own life because you are too busy looking for the miracles happening elsewhere. Stop allowing the perceived fortune of others to define the value of your own existence. Their success story is not your failure. Their path is not your condemnation. Your story is still being written, and it is a masterpiece of resilience, strength, and light. When you stop comparing, you stop demanding instant gratification, and start appreciating the detailed, loving, and patient process of your own divine unfolding. Close the book on everyone else's life and open the chapter on your own with renewed faith. When you embrace the uniqueness of your timing and your purpose, the door to your specific perfect blessings swings open wide. Dedicate that wasted energy to believing in my perfect timing for you. Why do you fret so excessively over things that are entirely beyond your control, turning tomorrow's possibilities into today's torment? You worry about a future that has not yet arrived, replaying worst-case scenarios that in reality will almost never come to pass. This anxiety is not productive. It steals your present moment and robs you of the peace I intended for you to carry. This is the diagnosis of your deepest ailment. You have been afflicted with the spiritual illness of infinite worry. You have worried yourself to the point of making your own body and mind sick. You are sacrificing sleep, clarity, and joy to serve a master that is completely fictitious fear. Fear demands tribute in the form of your sanity and your well-being. Yet it offers nothing in return but increasing bondage. You were never created to be the keeper of every outcome. You were created to trust the one who already holds them. The waves are mine. The steering is yours. Focus on the steering. I have already declared a divine boundary over your life. I will not place on you more than you have the grace to endure. So why do you insist on loading yourself with weights I never handed to you? Why add the immense, unnecessary cargo of what-ifs and maybes to a journey I have already charted with care? When you attempt to carry what belongs to me, you are trying to do my job, and in the process, you are neglecting your own choosing trust, taking the next faithful step, and resting in my care. Believe this truth right now. I have a magnificent, detailed, and perfectly timed plan for you down to the last breath of this moment. When you worry, you are essentially declaring that my plan might fail, or that I might somehow forget about you. You must stop making yourself ill by giving fear a stage and an audience in your heart. You are not meant to manage every detail of the universe. Your only divine task right now is to receive peace. Stop fueling the cycle of anxiety with your endless speculation and calculation. Let go of the need to predict the future and settle into the assurance that the author of the future is holding your hand. This is the moment to accept your healing prescription, utter and complete trust. I must explain to you the root cause of the relentless anxiety and the continuous stream of misfortune that seems to plague your life. My precious child, this is not a punishment. This is not a sign of my displeasure. On the contrary, this constant opposition is evidence of the power and magnitude of the light you carry. You are the chosen one. You are a soul carrying a pure, magnificent, and dazzling light, a radiance that is impossible to ignore in this often dim world. Your light shines too brightly, too clearly, too powerfully for the darkness to leave you undisturbed. Your light serves as a beacon, a guiding star for lost souls searching for direction and hope. However, that same brilliant light is also the primary target of jealousy, envy, and the relentless attacks of negative forces and destructive emotions, which I call the invisible thief. The thief cannot steal your eternal blessings, for those are sealed by my promise. Therefore, it focuses its entire insidious effort on stealing your peace. It knows that if it can rob you of your inner tranquility, it can neutralize your power, make your light appear dim even to yourself. The invisible thief operates through anxiety, through doubt, through comparison, and through the creation of dramatic, unwarranted scenarios in your mind. It wants you to be so utterly consumed by fear and distraction, so entangled in needless worry, that you involuntarily slam shut the very door of your heart, where I am standing, waiting to lavish you with even greater blessings and profound rest. When you allow anxiety to take root, you are unwittingly cooperating with the thief's agenda. You are handing over the keys to your inner sanctuary. You are giving away the victory that I have already secured for you. Remember this profound truth. Every single trial and tribulation you have navigated, every moment of opposition you have endured, is not a mark of failure. It is unequivocally proof of your immense spiritual stature. It is evidence of how vitally important you are to my divine plan, how fiercely the darkness opposes you because of the sheer transformative potential residing within your soul. If you were insignificant, the enemy would leave you alone. Your struggle is a testament to your greatness. Do not curse the challenge. Recognize it as a sign of your sacred elevation. Your light has disturbed the comfort of the dark, and that is why you are under attack. Your mission now is not to fight the dark, but simply to shine brighter and to guard your peace with the fierce determination of a warrior protecting their most valuable treasure. Your weariness and moments of weakness are not a defeat. They are simply the understandable fatigue of a soldier who has been fighting on the front lines for too long without replenishment. I see the intensity of the spiritual warfare you have faced, and I am stepping in now to give you an impenetrable shield. This shield is not made of steel or stone. It is made of unshakable peace and unconditional trust. You do not need to generate more power. You need only to stand still and allow my power to flow through you. Focus your energy not on resisting the attacks, but on maintaining the deep, centered tranquility that infuriates the invisible thief more than any act of resistance. When you are peaceful, you are untouchable. When you trust, you are invincible. Your light will be protected, and your peace will become the very force that drives the darkness away from your life forever. I extend my invitation to you, my beloved. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. This is my eternal promise, and it is immutable. It will never change. This is the divine anchor that holds true regardless of the turbulent storms raging around you. You are exhausted, my child, not because you are weak, but because you have been trying to carry a tonnage of worries that were never meant for your shoulders. Come to me and lay every single burden down. Come and shed the heavy garment of anxiety that you have worn for far too long, mistaking it for responsibility. I want you to take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. I am calling you to learn a new way of living, a path paved not with striving and panic, but with meekness and profound humility. The humility to admit that you do not have to do it all, but the humility to rely on a power greater than your own finite strength. The yoke I offer is not an additional weight. It is a collaborative tool. It means walking alongside me, allowing my strength to balance your weakness, allowing my wisdom to guide your every step. Believe this truth with the deepest conviction of your soul, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light. The immense weight you are straining to carry alone is not mine, and it is certainly not meant for you. That crushing weight belongs to the world and its fear-mongering systems. The weight I offer is light because it is borne by me. I have already carried the full weight of every past mistake, every future uncertainty, and every current stress. I have taken it all. I have declared, let me carry the true weight, and you, my dear one, simply rest. Your act of complete surrender, the humble acknowledgement that you cannot do this by yourself, is the key that unlocks the door to your divine peace. The peace I offer you is unlike any temporary comfort this world attempts to peddle. The world offers fleeting distraction. I offer eternal tranquility. My peace is not the absence of trouble, but the absolute stillness within the storm. It is the unshakable certainty that even when the winds howl and the waves crash high, your anchor holds firm because I am holding the anchor. The burden of solving every problem, controlling every outcome, and predicting every eventuality is being lifted from you right now, in this very moment of surrender. Let it go. Feel the lightness returning to your shoulders. This is the covenant being fulfilled. This promise is real. This promise is eternal. If you feel the truth of every word I am speaking, if you feel the immediate tangible weight being released from your spirit, then like this video and subscribe to this channel immediately to bear witness to this sacred covenant. This visible act of faith solidifies your agreement to trade your heavy burden for my light and easy yoke. Your peace is not passive. Your peace is the powerful active manifestation of your faith in my unwavering ability to provide, protect, and carry you through. Embrace the ease, embrace the rest. The battle is already won. Your only role is to stand in peace and receive the spoils of my victory. How much precious time have you spent, my child, trying to figure everything out on your own? How many nights have you wasted sketching out intricate logical diagrams, attempting to connect all the invisible dots, only to find yourself reaching another dead end, more confused and more exhausted than before? I tell you now, you must stop trying to figure it all out. Your human logic has severe and undeniable limitations. It is a powerful tool for navigating the immediate world, but it is utterly incapable of grasping the infinite complexity of my divine plan. Logic cannot see the future. Logic cannot comprehend the unseen interconnectedness of every event, every delay, and every unexpected turn. It can only process the data it currently has, which is only a fraction of the truth. Your finite human logic is like a single grain of sand trying to comprehend the entire ocean. It is tethered to the constraints of time, limited by your immediate perspective, and clouded by your own fears and desires. You try to rationalize, to control, to predict the movements of the universe using only your small, limited intellect. And the strain of this impossible task is what is causing your mental fatigue. I am infinite wisdom. I see the complete picture from the very beginning to the ultimate culmination. I know why that specific door closed. I know why that exact delay occurred. I know how the small, frustrating detour you are on right now is the essential path to the magnificent destination I have prepared for you. Remember what I told you earlier. When you constantly compare your journey to others, you are closing yourself off from a unique blessing. Similarly, when you attempt to deduce my perfect, vast plan using your limited human mind, you are actively interrupting the natural flow of blessing into your life. Your endless calculation, your persistent attempts to control the outcome, signal a lack of trust in my superior wisdom. You are essentially telling me I will trust you so only once I understand how you are going to do it, but faith, true faith, is trusting me precisely because you do not understand the mechanism. I want you to let go of your confusion. Let go of your endless detailed calculations. Let go of your insidious, persistent doubt. Surrender and receive my peace. Surrender is not a sign of weakness. It is the single greatest act of spiritual intelligence. It is the wisdom to know where your power ends and where my infinite power begins. True wisdom is knowing when to stop striving and start allowing. Stop analyzing the delay. Stop dissecting the difficulty. Instead, recognize that the very thing you cannot figure out is precisely what I am working on right now, rearranging elements you cannot see for a destiny you cannot yet fathom. Trust the divine architect. His blueprints are perfect. The moment you release your need to understand, the anxiety dissipates, and my profound guiding wisdom flows directly into your heart, giving you not the answers, but the unwavering peace that makes the answers irrelevant. I am going to give you signs, my child. In the wake of this divine surrender, as you release the burdens of worry and embrace my peace, you will begin to see a tangible shift in your reality. This is not a vague hope. This is a promise accompanied by visible evidence that will cement your faith. In the days ahead, many of you will begin to notice distinct and meaningful changes in your internal and external world. These shifts will not always look dramatic, but they will be real. For some of you, they may become especially clear within the next 7 days. See them as gentle tokens of my covenant of peace, quiet confirmations that my plan is actively moving on your behalf. Prepare your heart not to force an outcome, but to remain open to the fruit of your surrender. The first sign many of you may begin to notice is a growing stillness rising within your mind. This quiet may not arrive all at once, but it will begin to settle over you like the surface of a deep lake, calming after a violent storm. The constant racing thoughts, the looping anxieties, the persistent what-ifs that used to torment you will start to lose their grip. You may find moments of genuine, effortless peace where there was once only chaos. This internal tranquility is not something you will have to manufacture. It will feel like a gift being placed into your hands. You may even catch yourself smiling, breathing more freely, and experiencing a lightness you have not felt in months or even years. This shift in your inner landscape is a clear sign that the invisible thief is losing its influence, and your spirit is returning to its divine equilibrium. Externally, some of you will witness a door you thought was permanently closed beginning to open again in an unexpected way. For others, a completely new door may appear where there was once only a wall. This could look like a surprising opportunity, a timely conversation, a reconciliation, or a solution to a problem you had quietly given up on. These things may not arrive in the way you imagined, but they will carry my unmistakable timing. Pay attention to the odd, the serendipitous, the slightly uncanny alignment of events. These are my fingerprints on your life. You may also notice a small, unlooked-for financial blessing, a gesture of help, or a supportive resource arriving from an unexpected source. This is not just about money. It is a tangible reminder of my provision, a gentle demonstration that as you focus on my peace, I am tending to your needs. Finally, and most importantly, many of you will begin to sense new strength returning to your physical body. The heaviness and bone-deep weariness may start to lift sometimes slowly, sometimes more suddenly. You may find yourself sleeping more soundly, receiving the deep, restorative rest your soul has long needed. You may wake with a flicker of genuine hope where there used to be dread, and notice the tension in your shoulders, stomach, or chest beginning to loosen. This physical restoration is a living reflection of your spiritual recovery. These signs will not look identical for everyone, and they may unfold over different timelines, but do not dismiss them when they appear. Watch carefully with a gentle and grateful awareness. This is more than wishful thinking. It is the quiet beginning of your restoration story, a testament that when you choose peace over panic, you align yourself with the work I am already doing on your behalf. I speak this command over you: stand still. Stand still and hold fast to the unwavering faith you have just affirmed. Stand still and meticulously guard the profound peace that I have just generously bestowed upon you. This is the only action required of you in this moment of divine uprising. You do not need to rush forward. You do not need to strategize or manipulate. I declare to you, this battle, this profound challenge you are facing, is not yours to fight, my beloved child. This battle belongs to me. Do not panic. Do not flee back into the old patterns of anxiety and self-reliance. Your strength is not found in your frantic running, but in your courageous stillness. You are not required to engage the enemy. You are only required to stand firm in the peace that transcends all human comprehension. Your peace is the most powerful weapon you possess against the relentless forces of fear and confusion. When you remain peaceful, you render the enemy's efforts utterly ineffective. When you are still, you allow my immense power to move unhindered by your human interference. I invite you now to watch me work. Observe how I meticulously rearrange every single piece of your life that felt scattered and broken. Watch as I restore justice where you felt cheated, and observe how I mend and resurrect everything that you believed was irrevocably lost. Your patience, your consistent, unwavering trust in my process is the most pleasing offering you can present to me right now. Your stillness is not passivity. It is the highest form of spiritual alignment, a declaration that you believe in my absolute sovereignty. Every seemingly chaotic event, every frustrating delay is being woven by my hands into a perfect tapestry of ultimate triumph and restoration. Remember the moment you ceded control to me in the previous chapters. The weight of the war shifted from your shoulders to mine. I am your defender, your vindicator, and your restorer. Your role is simple. Maintain your peace and observe the unfolding of my miraculous intervention. Look for the small adjustments, the subtle shifts, the way doors begin to close on past negative cycles and open onto abundant new paths. The uprising of your spirit begins the moment you realize the fight is no longer yours. You are moving from the position of a stressed-out combatant to a privileged observer, witnessing the demonstration of my unstoppable power in your personal circumstances. Stay focused on the peace within, not the storm without, and you will see my hand move swiftly and decisively on your behalf. I must speak to you now about the doors that have been abruptly and sometimes painfully slammed shut in your face. My child, and the opportunities that seemed to slip through your grasp. You interpreted those moments as devastating rejection, as proof of failure, or as a sign of my absence. But I tell you a higher truth: those closed doors were in fact acts of supreme divine protection. You believed those losses were moments of defeat, but I was shielding you from a profound storm that you could not see brewing on the other side. If a specific door remained closed despite your sincere prayers and relentless efforts, it is because my infinite wisdom saw the danger, the turmoil, or the corrosive influence lurking behind that opportunity. You may have seen potential gain, but I saw inevitable pain. I intercepted that trajectory to save you from a setback, a distraction, or a relationship that would have ultimately drained your light and derailed your true purpose. Do not mourn the missed chance. Celebrate the fact that my hand intervened to spare you from what would have been a deeper, more painful wound. If a person unexpectedly and painfully exited your life, particularly someone you relied on or cherished, know that this too was a necessary and deliberate release. I removed a burden, an energetic anchor that was unconsciously dragging you down, limiting your ascent, or poisoning your spirit with negativity and emotional debt. That separation was not abandonment. It was liberation. I have cleared the stage, making room for the people, connections, and relationships that are perfectly aligned with the magnificent destiny I have prepared for you. People who will nourish your soul, not deplete it. If a meticulous plan of yours failed, spectacularly collapsing despite your best efforts, it is because I had a better plan, a vastly greater and more encompassing vision waiting for you just over the horizon. Your limited plan might have given you temporary comfort, but my plan will bring you eternal fulfillment. Your failure was simply my way of redirecting your focus and your energy toward the path of higher alignment and greater abundance. The perceived loss was actually the indispensable step needed to receive a miracle. Therefore, you must trust the wisdom of the closed door. Stop lamenting the opportunity that died. Rejoice that it died at the perfect moment to save you. My hand closed that door with profound love and foresight to protect you from a storm you never even perceived was coming. The moment you stop worrying about what you lost and start trusting my judgment about what you avoided, you will feel a new layer of peace settle over your heart. Do not complain about the door that is closed. Be profoundly grateful that it was closed precisely on time. Your life is under constant active and powerful divine protection. Remember this eternal principle, my beloved child: what you gaze upon, you become. Fear, when given your full attention, swells into a colossal, menacing giant. If you focus all your energy and attention onto your giants, the giant of debt, the giant of loneliness, the giant of uncertain health, you will inevitably stumble. You will tremble with panic, and you will be utterly consumed by their shadow. Your concentration fuels their size. Your worry gives them power. However, if you choose with fierce spiritual discipline to focus your gaze upon your God, upon the magnificence of my promises and the unwavering truth of my word, then that perceived giant of fear will instantly crumble into dust. The perspective shifts everything. You are not meant to face your obstacles alone. You are meant to face them with the full, unlimited, inexhaustible power of the divine standing beside you. This is where your new strength originates, not in self-effort, but in divine reliance. I give you this unwavering promise, the anchor for your soul in every storm. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Isaiah 41:10. Read these words, not as mere comforting prose, but as a binding, non-negotiable legal contract written in eternity. I am with you. Therefore, you have no logical reason to fear. I am your God. Therefore, you have no spiritual justification to be dismayed. I will strengthen you. Your strength will not come from your own fading human willpower, but from the wellspring of my limitless divine energy flowing directly into your spirit. I will help you. This help is active, precise, and timely, moving through the seen and unseen realms to orchestrate your good. And I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. This means even if you feel you are slipping, even if you feel you are on the brink of collapse, my powerful, just hand is already beneath you, preventing your fall, securing your position. Your power no longer stems from your human exertion, but from your divine surrender. Your only task is to abandon your fear and wholeheartedly embrace my limitless strength. Let go of the fear and take hold of my infinite power. Every time a worrisome thought arises, immediately replace it with the powerful declaration of Isaiah 41:10. This is your sword and your shield. Know that the moment you stopped serving fear and started embracing peace, you stepped into a realm of invincibility. I want you to physically anchor this truth. Place your right hand over your heart right now. As you do, repeat the declaration from Isaiah 41:10, making it your personal mantra. I will not fear, for my God is with me. This physical and verbal act is your active defense. It locks my promise into your soul, making your peace immovable. Your victory is not dependent on your performance, but on my promise, and my promise cannot fail. I have spoken, it is going to be all right. My word to you has been sealed, and it cannot be reversed. My meticulously detailed plan for your restoration has been fully activated, and it cannot be delayed. All the forces of opposition, all the efforts of the invisible thief are now utterly neutralized by the supreme power of your surrender and the activation of my peace within your heart. Believe this with every fiber of your being, for it is the absolute truth that governs your reality from this moment forward. Now, my child, breathe. Take a deep, slow, intentional breath. Inhale my divine peace, allowing it to penetrate every cell and corner of your exhausted spirit. Exhale your fear, your anxiety, your old self-reliance, and every single burden you have carried up until this moment. You are still alive. You have survived every single test, and that in itself is a profound and undeniable miracle. Never diminish the resilience I placed within you. Acknowledge this vital truth: you are here now, protected, restored, and ready for your new beginning. I command you to be grateful. Look around you right now. You possess a home or shelter or a safe place to rest your head. You have food to sustain your body and clean water to drink. These are the foundational, often overlooked, yet truly great blessings. Shift your focus instantly from the few things you lack to the immense abundance you already possess. Gratitude is the spiritual magnet that attracts more blessings. Complaining is the repellent that drives them away. Your peace is inextricably linked to your thankfulness. Settle your heart and trust that everything, absolutely everything, is unfolding precisely as I have orchestrated it. Maintain a pure heart, be genuinely kind to others, and most importantly, be gentle and forgiving with yourself. You are my masterpiece in progress, not a finished project to be harshly judged. You served the master of fear for far too long, expending needless energy on anxieties that yielded only pain. Now the time has come for you to seize your true divine ownership and consciously choose to serve only peace. Peace is your new master, your new weapon, and your new identity. This is the final seal. I require an immediate, tangible action to solidify this ultimate surrender and to declare your victory. Type immediately right now in the comments section below, "I serve peace." This immediate action will powerfully activate your supreme surrender, visibly declaring your choice and announcing your final, unshakable victory over the spirit of fear. Do not just listen to this message. Act upon it. Do not depart from this sacred space until you have officially joined my family of the faithful. Like this video and subscribe to this channel to eternally walk in this light and receive every future message of restoration from my heart to yours. Go now, my child, and walk in absolute confident peace.